Greetings from Philadelphia.
And greetings from New York.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Slightly hungover from the past evening, but I'm here. I am here.
I am here and I am doing fan-freaking-tastic. Do you know why?
Why?
We are over our $4,000 mark at the GoFundMe, and yesterday we got a donation from Lady Banks for $325. She said we helped her through a tough moment in her life, so she want to make sure we get there and tear it up at the convention.
Oh, I mean, I love it. Usually I'm just speechless when it comes to stuff like that because it's, you just never know who's watching and just who's having just some hard times, and all they really need is just a laugh, and people remember that how people make them feel. So I'm not forgetting how y'all returning the favor to us.
Really, for real, it's so nice to know we got something right.
Yeah.
I feel like when we get those messages from people where it's like, you were here doing what you were supposed to, I'm like, oh, thank God, I'm getting something right. I'm doing something I'm supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm. And just what is that, cold brew?
No, I'm dieting again because I'm opening for Campfire on July 10th. So I want to be thin for the occasion, or at least what I like to say, less pregnant.
I love how you just snuck that promo in. I love that. A true marketeer.
I mean, it's a fact. I am opening for Campfire at the City Winery July 10th. I hope to see a couple of y'all there.
Mm-hmm. So is that prune juice?
No, it's hazelnut coffee. But I'm trying to sweeten my coffee with dates.
Oh, okay.
And I just need to put like another one in the mix. But you can sweeten your coffee with dates, and it's like it takes the bite off, but the bite is still here.
Okay. And just also while we're doing shout outs, I want to shout out two people I met yesterday. As soon as I sat down, like it was just my off day, I was treating myself. And then I went to Amy Roots. As soon as I sat down, Chris, I was just like, oh. Like she was telling her mom, this is who I was watching the other day. And she turned around and said hello. I talked to them. Look, like I said, I love meeting y'all out. I really do.
Me too. There's somebody that lives in my neighborhood that rolled down her window when I was waiting for the bus. I was like, yep, it's me. Also, it's good to hear that Amy Ruth's is still good.
Look, I will say though, it is overpriced as fuck. $25 for the chicken and waffles. But the thing is, I know, but it's worth every penny. It's still like the chicken.
I will come to your house and make you chicken and waffles and go back to Philadelphia and clean for less than $25. God damn.
I know, but I mean,
oh my God. When I come to New York, you know where we're going to go? Jacob's Kitchen.
You love Jacob's Pickle.
Jake, there's two. There's Jacob's Pickle, which is on the Upper West Side. That's the place with the chicken and the pickles. No, Jacob's Kitchen on 143rd and Freddie Doug.
Interesting.
They've got oxtail and it's good.
Okay. All right. Is that the place where you could just like get a to-go plate and just? Oh, okay. I'm thinking of like the actual restaurant and stuff like that. But
well, they're both like buffet. They're all buffet style.
Well, okay. You see how just easily we just go into food.
And we have a whole segment now over on my Patreon called Pop Roast Eats because we're always talking about what we're eating. And so since I'm exploring the food scene here in Philly, and he's always on the food scene in New York, you can go over there and find out what we're eating and why. We had a whole bunch of promotion at the beginning of this.
I know, right? I mean, while y'all here, I have my own YouTube channel. It is CDiggy1. I just crossed 16,300. I know Alex has 66,000 subscribers, about to be 67. Like some of y'all can just come over. Like I'm just as funny. We give different takes on shows.
We really do. I love how with the NextGen NYC, people are coming from yours to mine, and they're saying, like, wow, y'all really see this show very differently. And I'm like, well, we're different people.
Yes, I was just about to go to that topic. Like NextGen NYC, we have two completely different. It's like we're watching two different shows. It feels like you can't stand Riley and her fashions and her hair, but I like her. Like she is really showing up. Like she's not like a wallflower. She's like actually giving main character energy, and I like the big hair. It's giving Sideshow Bob in a cute way.
Look, that hair is between Patty and Selma. It doesn't know what it wants to do in this life.
Well, the show, I find it entertaining because I've reached the expectation from the show. Like it's giving me like, you know, some spoiled rich kids mixed with housewife kids, petty drama, like going back to like the hills, like they're going out like 20-year-olds do. You get the little housewife cameos and stuff like that. And then you have like the gallery girls aspect as like you're there in the city of New York trying to make it. Some of them, you know. So yeah, like it's not bad to me at all. And I think y'all should give it a chance. And clearly y'all watching the reviews.
I will say that y'all are tuned into the reviews. So, although guess what? It only got 260,000 viewers.
Well,
its second episode.
Well, it's a new show. And what's even more embarrassing, Miami got 290K, which we will get to that. We'll get to Miami, but I just want one more thing to say about Gen NYC. Did you know that half the cast quit when they added Gia and Ariana?
Yeah, I'm not surprised because I wouldn't want to be, if I'm New York rich, I wouldn't want to be associated with Housewives rich. That's not rich.
Mm-hmm. Because they had
affluent kids, not people that are trying to turn their mom's 15 minutes of fame into something else that's going to sustain the family.
But Riley and Brooks was always going to be on the show because I guess their moms are a little bit more credible compared to Teresa Giudice and Kim Zolciak, I would say.
Absolutely. That's why Charlie got so mad because he was like, I didn't want to be on a Bravo sideshow. Like, I didn't mind Brooks and Riley being on because their parents actually have money. Like, they're all in the $10,000 a month club. I don't need the brokies.
Look, but the gag is like we're not watching for Charlie, and I think that production. I think we'll see as the season progressed that I think it was a good idea. I know Kimora Lee's daughter, she dropped out. She was going to be on the show. I think her name was Ming.
Mm-hmm.
And this other chick, but yeah, I mean, show's good so far. We'll see. Crypto bro, yes. I don't call him Charlie.
It's something. There's something on. I'll say that. At least there's something on. And with, let's just dive in. How are you feeling about it just like that? I know that you said I still love these characters. We are 3 episodes into an episiotomy. Do you still feel the same about these people?
Well, I actually enjoyed the second episode. I can see how divisive the first one was. The third one, I didn't get a chance to watch it because on Fridays I watch, Drag Race All Stars, which is killing it, by the way. And I watched like half the episode of And Just Like That. I still got to finish it because they're in Virginia now, and yeah, I don't know, like. I'm just enjoying it. Like I can watch like 100 episodes and Just Like That. It's just like I like the characters. There are some flaws though.
You really have an ability to enjoy your life. And I all I can do is be in awe All I can truly do is be in. You have found diamonds in the rough, sir. Because you're being genuine. Like, you're like, no, I really do like it. And I'm like, I'm happy that somebody is.
I think you're able to see the worst in everything. You know, some people can see, I can see the good in everybody. I think you see the worst in everything. And it's not shade at all.
Oh,
because you just have a knack for seeing that. Like, it could be Atlanta, it could be NextGen NYC, and just like Hat, which you like.
I'm sorry.
Bold words, hilarious.
Between her hat and the Mama Joyce wig that black woman keeps wearing,
LTW.
I can't even remember her name because I just that wig. It hurts my eyes.
I don't like her storyline too much. I'm like, I really don't want to see this. Can we just kind of add her to the group a little bit more? So
her and Seema don't really fit in the group, and then Seema.
I think Seema fits in. I just think they're kind of turning the volume way up this season on her. And I thought she was a great balance last season.
I thought she was going to be our Samantha Jones, where she enjoyed men, but she's not like Carrie 2.0. I have to find a relationship. And the fact that Carrie's going back to this guy who's now saying, like, I have to raise my teen son forever. Because I'm like, when does addiction stop? I can't. I
hate that. I hate that they're making us hate Aiden all over again.
I don't hate Aiden. I just want Carrie to cheat on him with the gardener, and so we can move on.
Well, it looked like the gardener and Seema had something going on. So I was a little confused. I didn't see the rest of the episode, so don't tell me. But
I won't. There's no, like, what you saw, they didn't revisit that in the episode again, so I'm not spoiling anything for you. I feel like Sarah will go on Hunch the Gardener, ruin her friendship with Seema, and fuck it up with Aiden, because that's what she does. She loves to blow up her life. And I just don't see that at 60. Also, though, like this, I want to say Carrie isn't a stupid person, but any human that would sit in a New York City backyard and not think there aren't rats there, that's an idiot. And that's the level of idiocy I cannot, not from a native New Yorker, not from a veteran New Yorker. Are you for real?
You see the worst in everything. Like, I was just like,
no, I just see glaring omissions. I just see stupidity. I see the stupidity in everything. Maybe that's what it is.
But you said she blew up her life. Did you see her fucking house? Her fucking, like, not
even got that because the fool died. And she really murdered him because she put that phone aside and waited for that man to expire. She could have called 911.
You would have did the same thing. You probably would have did it on purpose.
At least I know what I'm standing for.
Okay. Anyway. Well, there's let's see, 9 more episodes of this season, so I hope you enjoy it.
I'm enjoying that people are watching and enjoying me make fun of it. That's what I'm enjoying, that we're all like, wow, this is bad. So I'm glad they can go over to your review and see a totally different perspective.
Well, I'm not reviewing the show because I just want to enjoy it for myself. I don't feel like reviewing it for audience. Unless they ask me on my Patreon, patreon.com/cdiggy1.
Oh, also speaking of Patreon, I am starting, and I know y'all have wanted this from me, the Quan Mills Book Club. I think that in these serious times, we need to focus on something a little ridiculous. And so every month we will be reading a Quan Mills book, and we'll be starting with That End Dick is Little. That's the first Quan Mills book we're going to start with. He's the one with like those ridiculous book titles, and I've always wanted to do something with that. And so I think some dramatic readings and chats about this, just what we need.
I'm gonna have to Google Quan Mills after the show. I have no idea what that is.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
And it looks like the chat is going crazy right now. I don't know what that is. So
Quan Mills books. That's what we're going to be doing over on the Patreon. I will see y'all over. You're pregnant by my baby's father's granddad. Titles like that. Imagine if Zeus had a literature section.
You know, I do miss when you used to do those dramatic readings.
That's what it's going to be like. Dramatic readings of hood material.
Yes, please subscribe to that, y'all, because that is how like I think I gravitated towards your channel. Like I always tell this story as much as you tell the Janet Jackson story. Like I was on my way to a job interview at a cafeteria of all places.
Oh God.
I know, right? That's how long ago it was. And I was just listening to what's that vile woman who wrote that book on Phaedra?
Oh, Angela Stanton.
Yes, cum stain personified. But yeah, like you just the way you read that book, I was cracking up on the train. I was so embarrassed because I was laughing to myself so hard. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Anywho.
Oh God. Hot topics.
Yeah, let's talk about the Traitors announcement because I mean, that's what that picture of Candace doing this to NBC Universal was. Like, I think we already called that. Like, she wasn't going back to Potomac. I did not see that in the cards. Now, Monique gagged me a little bit, but I just knew Candace was not going to be added to Potomac as they're just moving in a different direction. And I know the Candace fans hate to hear that, but y'all still get to see her on Traitors.
I think that Candace needs to move on from that kind of reality. I think that Housewives has served its purpose. She's just likable enough to where she can act, she can be on her little Toomey movies, be an actress, do that. Like, I want to see her do that. You know, Drew's had some success with movies. You go down there with Porsha's baby daddy, see if you can get some hits too. But I'd love for her to be like, you know, on Ultimate Girls Trip. I would love for her to be a satellite in the Bravo universe rather than a planet on Housewives. I feel like Housewives, it runs its course, and you either end up old and unlikable, but Candace is young enough where it's like you can do something else other than Housewives.
Well, she could do something other than Housewives, but they're not going to pay her as much as probably Housewives will.
I would say because she's a name enough, she's getting season 5, a name enough where she's still getting a decent check. I feel like she's getting a decent check. She was on for 5 or 6 seasons.
Exactly. And look, I know we're kind of fast forwarding. I'm going to get back to Traitors, but just speaking of salaries, like Porsha's salary was exposed in the court hearing. And did you see that, right? How much she made? Like $1.6 to $2 million. And I'm pretty sure Candace, who was, you know, from season 3 all the way to what, season 9? 6 seasons, I'm sure she was making a milli. So I'm like, I don't know. Like, you missed that Housewives check. I mean, ask Kenya Moore.
But that's all Kenya. Remember, though, that's all Kenya can do. A lot of these girls are padding their retirement. She's got a lot of life to live. She's got a lot of life to live to be likable. Candace is in her early or mid 30s. She's nowhere near where, you know, a girl in her 50s getting ready to be in her 60s. She got a good 15-year stretch where she's going to have to raise them kids and bring in income. So I feel like having your whole life, like you don't want to have your whole life on Housewives. You will become unlikable and you will get thrown off the show. I think her being able to come back to Housewives once her kids are out of the nest is a great source of income further down the line. She got to play the long game. She's got to make this career last 20, 30 years. If she stays on Housewives all the time, we're going to be sick of her, and she'll be a one-note pony.
I guess. I mean, there's been other housewives that have just been on there a long time, like Candy. Like, you always just got to understand that you're going to have the season where you're not the fan favorite. And I think Garcelle was about to get into that era, and she just like hightailed it. Some people don't mind. Like, Candy was on there for how many years?
14.
14 years. Like, exactly. She's been like not the favorite a few times. I mean, I could just watch one of your reviews, you know?
I mean, but there's a difference between not the favorite and Candace always starting shit, because Candace can't let things go. So she'll get on Twitter and make things worse. I feel like Candy came on when the show was new and fresh. Now I don't think we're going to have any more housewives that can make it 14 years.
I don't want them to. But going back to Traitors, and we're just going down the housewives line. Next up is Porsha. Bless you. Next up is Porsha, and I'm like, people are saying that she took Nene's spot. I don't know about that, but I was kind of like, just because I don't want to see the dynamic between Porsha and Candace again. We saw that already on Girls Trip. I didn't want to see them going at it again. I hope they have a different relationship on this show.
I think they will. There'll be a lot more people there. It just won't be housewives and focusing on that kind of drama. They're actually going to have challenges and games to play and figuring out who's the actual traitor. And I could see both of them being traitors where they are on the same team.
And imagine them having to work together. So
I'd love to see that.
Also, I really hope that we don't have another Housewives Hunters season. Like, as we know, the longer you keep Housewives on this show, the more interesting it is. And speaking of which, Dorinda Medley is back on the show. She has another chance. Like, she was a white woman with a temper tantrum. Like, Bob the drag queen was like, get her ass out. And yeah, she felt like she didn't get her fair shot. So hopefully she lasts at least longer than 2 episodes.
I feel bad for anybody that has to go home. Like, anything before the first 4, because it's like, well, Jesus, y'all didn't, like, you should have told me I was going home early. Like, go on and plan who's going home early so I could have had some other gigs booked.
Mm-hmm.
Don't waste my time.
Yeah, the thing is, it's like Dorinda just made such a fuss about it that they were just like, okay, girl, okay, well, come back on. Like, they could have got another housewife besides Dorinda, but it's fine. I like Dorinda.
No, I get it. Dorinda's like, look, I'm a name. You brought me all the way to freaking Scotland. I'm out of my time zone. I'm tired. And now you're sending me back home? Hell no. Y'all could have kept this shit. I'm with Dorinda. Don't bring me out of my time zone for no nonsense.
I just know the type of entitlement that she brought, like I was told by Apple Care Energy, you know, like I was told by production I'd at least be 4 episodes. So yeah, hopefully she gets, you know, a redemption. Next up, well,
I'll also say, if they told her 4 episodes and then she gets there and it's only 2, she's like, I could have booked one of those cruise gigs and I'm missing money because of this dumb shit.
Yeah. I mean,
and I'm not on the show anymore, so I don't have that good 1.6 million coming in.
Other housewives would have just took it on the chin and went on their merry way, but what else? Next up is Caroline Stansberry, your favorite. They could have got somebody else, but we'll see. They got to give the girls from Dubai something to do. Like Ayam was on last season. So yeah, why not Caroline Stansberry?
I forgot about Caroline Stansberry. I forgot about Ayan, and I'd like to keep it that way. They don't need to give the girls anything in Dubai to do because they were boring.
Hmm. I think I would have rather had Erica Jane on than Caroline Stansbury.
I hate to tell you, I don't think Erica Jane is going to give when she finally does get on Traitors.
I think she's going to give. Like,
only if they make her a traitor.
And just speaking of traitor, the one I'm excited about the most, and I'm not ashamed to say it, is Lisa Rinna. She is Phaedra 2.0. I think she's going to be diabolical. Like, she's in her element. Like, this woman, you've seen her on Beverly Hills and how she plays, like, with the whole Munchausen syndrome, like puppy gay. Oh, like the way she just tortured Denise Richards. Ooh.
You're so angry.
So angry. Like, she was getting her life embarrassing and humiliating this woman. Who told you that? Who told you that? And she just giggled. I was like, what? This is your friend of 20 years. That's like you bringing me on a show and embarrassing me.
I would laughing. Oh, God, I would never.
And laughing in my face. So, yeah, like Lisa Rinna, I'm very excited.
I wouldn't even eat king cake in front of you.
What happened?
Unless I had gotten you one. I couldn't even kin you more. Well, oh my God, I'm excited for Lisa Rinna too. I'm very excited for Lisa Rinna too.
Like, this is her element. Like, yeah, we don't really want her back on Housewives, but this is something where she can really thrive in because, look, you're deceitful just like Phaedra.
It's just a game.
Right. So we finished the Housewives. I think those are all of them. So this is the rest of the cast. You just stop me if you recognize them or you know this person. Because I don't.
Other than Monet Exchange, it's just going to be a bunch of head shaking for me. Sorry, people. I like Monet.
Well, I'm going to give everybody their time. Rob Cesternino from Survivor, Yam Yam Arocho from Survivor, Natalie Anderson from The Amazing Race, Survivor and the Challenge. We have a Big Brother person, Ian Terry, Tiffany Mitchell, Black Girl, Big Brother and the Challenge, Colton Underwood from The Bachelor.
Isn't he gay now?
Isn't he? Can we find that out in the chat, or you Google it while I'm
Colton?
That sounds familiar.
If your name is Colton, you're gay.
I don't know.
Yeah, he came out in April 2021.
Oh, okay. So we do have the gays here. Okay. Mark Ballas, Dancing with the Stars. Monet Exchange, who I'm pretty sure was a recommendation by her good Judy Bob. They are two very different people, and I really wish they would have two drag queens on at the same time. Why not? Why not? Kristen Keish from Top Chef, I know her.
Because they will turn it into the Interior Illusions Lounge, and they are not ready for that yet. I'll also say because it lets the one queen come on. Oh, God, yes. Because the queens never get to really shine on Drag Race. So I'd like to meet them all as individuals so I can enjoy their talent.
Ooh, Alyssa Edwards, yes. Alaska, Willem, like, those are some good names to have on the show. Maura Higgins, don't know who this is, Love Island. Rob Roush from Love Island.
Maura Higgins died from typhoid fever in 1825. What list is this?
I don't know.
Maura, that name went down with the Titanic. Did that come up with the wreckage from that submersible?
Maura?
Maura is dead. I don't know anybody living or breathing with the name Maura. That heifer is dead. That is Maura Higgins?
I think maybe she's from London or something.
She's from Deadton.
I'm going to finish. Let's see. Skipping the Housewives. Johnny Weir, I know him. He's Dancing with the Stars, an Olympic figure skater. He's been on a lot of reality shows. That is a queen for you. Tara Lipinski, an Olympic figure skater.
Now I love her because I want to buy her house.
I never heard of this woman.
She's a figure skater from back when they was on the Campbell soup cans. And then she became a sports commentator. She bought a beautiful house in Kiwa Island.
Eric Nam, of singer-songwriter. John Funches, he's a comedian.
I'm a comedian.
Black guy.
I'm a black guy.
Donna Kelce, mother of Travis and Jason Kelce.
Why?
I don't get that either.
Why? I don't want her there.
And we have Stephen Coletti from One Tree Hill.
Who?
And then then your favorite, Michael Rappaport. We're live, by the way. Before you say it, we're live. I think he should be voted out first. But I think this is a good cast. Just hopefully this time the faithfuls are not stupid and the traitors aren't annoying.
Oh my God. I think the funniest part about this episode is you saying we're live. We're live, by the way.
Yeah, Stephen Coletti, he is from Laguna Beach. Yes. That's how I know him. Because I was just like, he looks familiar.
You know what? I bet you Porsha took Kenya's place since she got the network sued.
Hey, I mean, I thought it was going to be Nene. I think Nene definitely would have been jaw-dropping, but maybe they're just saving her for season 17, for the big comeback. And they're probably going to pay her $3 million to start, maybe $4 million. You never know.
Nene would start off as a friend of.
No, she's gonna be main cast member. You see how she's collecting all the housewives Infinity Stones on that season, trying to get to know them. She partied with Angela, had an interview with Kelly. She already knows Shamia, Porsha, Phaedra. So they're literally sliding her in.
I see her coming back in a friend of role.
Mm-hmm.
I see her coming back in a friend of role because Andy is still irritated.
That's you or me?
That's me.
Oh, okay. Live show.
Andy's still asking if people are interested. He's still over it when people ask about Nene.
Well, I'm sorry, but Nene was the foundation of Atlanta for years. So he's just going to have to suck it up.
Really? I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing her back. I don't know what this Nene, what boring Nene, what new nose Nene, what TS Leakes will bring.
Not TS Leakes.
TS Leakes. Because we knew Lenethia. We're getting TS Leakes. Come on and get this honey, Nene. And that's a different Nene.
What did you think of that conversation since,
I didn't watch.
I
opted out. I was like, oh, this is something that's I'm not going to make shit off of this. I'm opting out.
Oh, okay.
I don't have the energy. I don't have the mother effing energy. I'm opting out. I'm out.
I wasn't surprised, It's just, okay. I didn't make a big deal out of it, but yeah. Happy Pride.
Exactly.
My trans people. But yeah, it's a really divisive issue, surprisingly.
And also I don't care.
Right.
It's I have my own fish to fry right now. I'm focusing on seasoning my catfish. That's what
I'm having for lunch today. I'm going to fry some catfish.
I'm not surprised. It is a pretty slow Saturday here on the East Coast.
And it's so dingy and rainy outside. It's not going to be a sunny day until probably Wednesday, I think, or Tuesday. Anywho.
Did you just call outside dingy?
Yeah, it's like, like it's gray, foggy, kind of like overcast. So I call it dingy. It's dingy outside because it just looks like gray and gloomy.
It's dingy. I have never heard someone say the sky looks dingy. That is it's an apt description. I'm not arguing with the description. That's a good description. It's dingy outside today. I should use that. Like, when it's snowing, it's filthy out.
Yeah, like it's not filthy, but like,
yes, it is.
It just looks messy. Like, the rain and then like the overcast and cloudiness, bleak. Anyway, let's get to Porsha's Payday. A lot of people were talking about it. I think you already covered it, right? You're allegedly.
I talked about it for a brief moment, but we could really crack it open.
Yeah, like allegedly she wins big in court. She emerged victorious from her divorce from Simon Guobadia. A judge ruled that the former couple's prenuptial agreement would be enforced, meaning Williams will receive $40,000 per month in alimony for 15 months. 15 months and have her legal fees paid. Additionally,
she was married for 15 months.
Well, let me finish this and I'm gonna give you my theory of what happened. Additionally, the star gets to keep the Rolls Royce Guobadia gifted her and has until 2027 to decide whether she wants to remain in the $7 million premarital home they share during their union. The former couple has been at odds about enforcing the prenuptial agreement they signed before getting married for over a year now. The businessmen, I'm guessing they're referring to Guobadia, opposed the enforcement of the prenuptial agreement because Williams allegedly made misrepresentations during the negotiations. I think when they first got together, in her mind, she quit the show for him. Alex will not put himself on mute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyway, I think that they had an agreement where, like, she literally quit all her jobs when she got with him because allegedly he was giving her an allowance of $30K a month. So I quit my jobs for you. You know how Mariah Carey sued her ex-fiance for wasting her time? So I feel like that was probably to her. I think a lot of people hate Porsha so much that they don't really care. And they want to see her suffer.
Well, I don't have enough of an emotion in my heart to hate Porsha like Porsha hates her baby's grandmother. Now, Porsha hates her baby grandmother. She took that thing and tried to kill her. Ah! Ah!
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember it too. But I would say I just don't like seeing evil win. And evil may not be winning because the judge did say that. However, the judge is saying that to a man that has been deported to Lagos. I called it Lagos, and that's not how you pronounce it. To Lagos, Nigeria. I'm very sorry. And now that he's there with his money, I don't know if he gonna send her 40,000 because who's going to enforce it?
Mm-hmm.
You can't enforce anything in Nigeria, not from over here. And the Nigerian courts, believe me, they do not care.
Yeah, I was very confused at like the what do you call it? The jurisdiction?
Yes.
Like, how does that work? Like, how is she going to get her money?
She's not. It's called, what she got is a worthless judgment because he has to have enough money in America. Like, we need to know how much is that actual mortgage on that house. Now, if he really did put down $2 million for that house and that money is tied up in that house, Porsha will get a portion. If everything is smoke, mirrors, and bullshit, she's going to be left with nothing.
So can they seize his, like, is his accounts in America though? Can't they freeze his assets?
They would have to have cause to freeze his assets.
Well, to pay this judgment and garnish his accounts.
Porsha gonna have to go. He's gonna have to miss payments. She's gonna have to go get an order to hold his accounts, and that takes time. By the time she does all that, his money won't be here anymore. This isn't a droid. This is a scammer since the 90s.
Like, I agree with Christy. Like, most of his assets are in the States, and Porsha can have his bank account froze. That's what I'm thinking.
What assets?
We don't know, but
that's why, because people are saying most of his assets, they put him out the country. So what businesses does he have here? They were flying on stolen jet money. So I really remember this man has $1 million judgment out against him. Ooh, that's true too. Porsha got half that judgment. So whatever the jet company's going to get their $1 million first. Then Porsha will get what little money he has left. He spent it.
Spent it.
He spent it. I'm like, I don't think there's any money in that house. Like, this doesn't seem like something. He stopped talking to Pilar. I don't think he gonna send her a check.
I don't know. I think people just want to see Porsha fail and get the pie in her face that if this was anybody else, we would have been like cheering them on. But I don't know. Like,
15-minute marriage to a Nigerian scammer where you don't even know what number wife you are.
Porsha ain't did nothing to me. She did not take my man. The whole Phaedra thing, like, people should be more mad at Phaedra for that than Porsha. I'm just saying, like, I just don't get like how people really, really don't like Porsha. Like, I don't get it. Like, yeah, like, she's a bimbo, and she's maybe a thought, and she's a thought with the temper. But other than that, like, why? What does she do to you? Like, I just don't understand. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. But just the social media, just looking at it, I'm just like, what did Porsha do like this? Because like that relationship with Fallon and Simon, that shit was on shaky ground. And Porsha is an opportunist. Like, once you just see Porsha for who she is, I'm just like, okay.
Because I think we're now in a world where an opportunist isn't a good thing to be.
I don't believe that. Especially we are in Wild Wild West times in 2025. It is just get it where you can get it. Because you don't even know, like, things is topsy-turvy every day. You see what's going on in the news. So I'm just like, you better get what you can while we're here. Because anything, I don't know, with that president in office, I hate to take it to a political way, but it's just like, it's whatever.
I mean, Pete, there is a strong, I think it's, you know what I think it is? We've been rooting for Porsha for so long, and then
Have we?
We were rooting for her to get out of that marriage with that big hip sissy. Then we was rooting for her to find love with Dingy Dennis. Then you marry this African prince, you quit all your jobs, and we're hopeful for you too that you finally found your Finally, then you come to us with this bullshit. We like, you know what? Enough out of you. You just want to be a hoe and lay up.
I mean, I saw that when she got with big-eyed, big-belly Dennis. Like, clearly she was an opportunist getting with that hideous man.
I think that we were expecting her to grow. You've got to grow out of it at some point.
Someone put Porsha's not a girl's girl. And Kenya was? By bringing somebody's ex and humiliating another woman in front of everybody as a humiliation tactic? What?
Kenya loves to humiliate.
Right. I'm just like, a lot of these housewives aren't girls.
That's why they're on the show. It's
right.
Women that can't get along with other women.
Just put them all together.
Exactly. Put a bunch of women that hate women together and you got yourself a show.
Oh my God. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, this divorce. I mean, look, I doubt she sees a Payday anytime soon, but hopefully, I mean, look, she ain't leaving reality TV anytime soon.
No, and now she's freshly divorced, so she'll find somebody else to bring around her child and appropriately quickly. But
well, let's get to another dysfunctional marriage. Ralph and Drew. Like, I've been trying to ignore this because the thing is, it also, I hope you have the facts laid out for me because I don't know who's telling the truth. I don't trust Drew and I don't trust Ralph. I feel more sorry for Drew because Ralph is more of an ain't shit ninja. And I want to see him fail.
he married Drew. That's his biggest failure. The fact that Drew is his baby mother. That's the failure right there. That these two found each other, got married, and got pregnant within 15 minutes and have been perpetrating the fraud of the family for years. Any man who gets stuck with a lesbian, that's an idiot who deserves what he gets. Because he ain't never going to be happy. That's always going to be attacking his pride.
I guess. I don't know. I just don't know who to believe. He dropped the text messages. I guess he had access to her iCloud and she didn't know that. And I'm like, ma'am, Drew, you know better. Even if you're trying to hide things, like change the passwords on everything. Make sure he don't have access to you. And I'm like, I'm not even surprised Ralph was able to get that information.
I mean, well, I would say this. I think they were both cheating throughout the marriage.
I think he cheated first, and she just getting her lick back. So I don't really blame Drew.
You don't go lesbian when you getting your lick back.
Oh my! Well, she definitely got her lick back.
Don't go lesbian when you get your lick back. When you was going lesbian. You was going lesbian anyway. You was already on your way to the store. You just needed to drop off and get some gas. You wasn't just. I'm sorry. You don't just wake up one day and say, you know what, puss.
Drew is, if she's fluid, she's fluid, but I don't think she's a full-on lesbian. Like, I think at the most, maybe she's just.
Now, look, I can see if you have a little slap and tickle or something with the girl, but when you getting with the tie, that's a being.
I know women that go from women to men, men to women all the time. It's just
not nobody that looking like Ty though. That's a commitment. That's a lifestyle.
Well, of course, not Ty, but I'm talking about someone like Drew or Ming Lee. Like, they dip and dabble, maybe because like they're just fluid. I'm not gonna call them bisexual.
When we were together, that's dipple and dabbling. When you get with a guy like Ty, that's crossing. That's
a guy. We will not do this on Pride Month.
Yes, we will.
On Pride Month, no. I believe bisexuality exists.
I do too. I just firmly believe when you go looking for a woman to provide something that a man is providing, that's a lesbian. That's a lesbian. That's the difference between bisexual and lesbian.
Now, if you said that, Robin, you don't believe she likes men, then I would probably believe you. But Drew and Ming Lee, like, they still go back and forth. Like, just like she's connected to Ty.
They like attention. They don't like men. They like men that pay. That's what they like. Attention and payments.
And honestly, how these ninjas be acting, I don't blame them for going to women. Straight ninjas are toxic. Anywho. Let me see what I have from this story. Oh, so he said that the whole, like, the Floridian secrets that you love to say, he said that was fabricated so Drew could keep her peach. I played the bad guy so she would have a storyline and make a comeback as an actress. It worked. Did it? But it was unexpected that she would cheat on me and lie saying I cheated on her. And then I think Drew said that she claimed that it was a producer from Bravo who dropped the pin on Pittman's location during his 3-day Tampa getaway, and that she had no knowledge of his whereabouts prior. So yeah, that's her side of the story.
I don't believe, the reason I believe that Drew and Ty were having an affair is because it was brought up on a whole different show. So I believe Ming Lee, because Ming was like, you were like, when you've got two separate people accusing a couple of cheating, that's when it's like, okay, y'all probably hunching.
This is Denise Richards all over again. It's like a witch hunt just to find out if she like licking cat, like who cares?
Well, apparently the people that are in the relationship with you care. And so that's the thing. I don't consider it outing when you're, fucking up somebody else's relationship. Because Ming and Mimi Faust had to put y'all on blast for thinking you was creeping and sneaking around. Mimi Faust put out some stuff about them having an affair too.
As much as y'all talk about Ming is cut from the same cloth as Porsha Williams. Like I wouldn't Ming and Ty, whatever. Like Ming laid up with Rick Ross before. Like she is gonna well, you gotta remember this is a live show. Ming will do what she gotta do. Let's just say that.
That's a crease, a crevice, and a fold.
So Drew didn't break up a happy home. Like Ming is an opportunist.
A crease, a crevice, and a fold.
But yeah, as far as this Drew and Ralph situation, this is why I kind of want her off the show, because it's just like I don't know whether she's telling the truth or not. The same thing with Mia. It's hard. You don't know what's the truth.
And that's why I don't want Mia on Housewives of Atlanta when, okay, you've got a skeezer's build and a skeezer's bodysuit, but you lie, and you lie on your children's paternity. I don't want to know what you'll lie on next. That doesn't interest me.
Thank you, Unique Melanie, for the Cash App for live Papa's laughs. Thank you. Yeah, well, we've exhausted this topic because look, we can move on. We have 5 more minutes. What you want to do for our last story?
Ooh, let's talk about Yandy supposedly getting caught cheating on Mendici, who has been supposedly cheating on her throughout the relationship.
Didn't she get exposed by her makeup artist, her stylist, or something like that?
I mean, she's gotten exposed by Mendici. Mendici's the one cheating, so Mendici's the one constantly having other women, want to embarrass her by saying, I got with Mendici's, when honestly, it's like, I would be embarrassed that I needed dick so bad I had to go to Mendici to get it.
I just hate
would be saying, what is wrong with my vagina that I can't do any better than him?
I just hate how these men get so mad when a woman cheats back. Like they can continue to, do their shit, but when it's happening to them, now it's a problem.
Cheats back.
Right. I mean, I think Chloe Bailey has a song called Cheat Back. Yeah. I'm here for it. Women, get your lick back.
Or just move on.
I don't think
if you don't want a cheat in peace situation, then just move on. Don't even let him know the relationship's over. Move out. Move out on his ass.
Did we even find out if they're married though?
What?
Did we even find out if they're actually married?
They're not married because she would be on the hook for his $456,000 restitution because of his felony conviction.
Gotcha. So she can't produce a wedding certificate.
No, she can't produce a wedding
marriage certificate. I'm sorry.
And neither can Jennifer Williams, even though they supposedly got married officially in Vegas. Jennifer can't marry him or she's going to owe the restitution.
Basketball Wives comes back on Monday. I'm excited for that.
I'm excited to see if we have some more evidence that Ty was cheating with Drew.
Just nail Drew to the cross, please.
I just want her to admit her lesbonics on camera. That's why they put her all the way at the end at the reunion, because she's not going to fess up.
Right. Just hang her on the cross and just pelt her with vibrators. Just do it. That's what y'all want to do.
That is not what we want to do. We just want the truth out of her. We're not trying to turn this into a rose bush. Oh, Lord.
Also, I'm kind of concerned that we have not had any leaks, no pun intended, actually, from the Rower reunion. Like, none at all. And I'm just like, not even from Andy. And you know how Andy says, oh, this was an amazing reunion? Because he said it about Potomac, and he actually was telling the truth that time. So now I'm concerned that, was this reunion boring? Is it just going to be, it better be only 2 parts. I swear.
One part.
I'm going to give it 2.
One part. One part. That's all. We don't even need a reunion. We need an email.
We still got a little bit of the season to go. Like, something happens at Angela's event and the fallout between Britt and Kelly.
I mean, Britt's not going to be there to explain herself.
Sure.
So,
yeah. Oh, and
nothing. That's what I have for this reunion. Nothing.
Oh, so let's talk about the ratings that came in for Real Housewives of Miami, because they actually gave a good ass first episode, I think, in my opinion. I didn't see your review yet, but what was your overall thoughts on the episode? Like 1 through 10, what would you give it?
8.
8.5 for me. Like, when they got to that party, that's when they turned the volume up, because I was like, if I was Lisa, I would have slapped the shit out of Larsa. You can't control your guy whose dick you suck every night, bitch. What? And then proceed to call her a bitch in her own house. I was like, Larsa, like, when she was telling her to get out, I was like, why has she not got out yet? Like, I was just like, Larsa, get out. I'm sorry, I will never be Team Larsa. Never.
Larsa is an apple-headed whore. When I saw her, I was like, ooh, that ain't shit.
I walked right past her.
She ain't shit. She ain't shit. She ain't shit. I'm not looking forward to seeing her. She ain't shit.
You know how you, when you're in New York and you pass like the garbage trucks and you try to move real fast? That's how I was at BravoCon. Like, let me just move real fast from her. I don't want to see her. I don't know, like, she just gives a fraudulent Kim K energy that I don't like. So I'll just never see it for her. But she does make a good housewife. She's a good villain. She's just the villain I don't want to be around.
I was just so shocked how apple-headed she was.
I just didn't care for how low the ratings were, but Bravo, they still don't really market Miami as much as they do the other shows.
Also, I want to say I thought that was a Peacock exclusive, and then I find out it's airing on Bravo. Nobody knew it was airing. It's been a Peacock exclusive forever.
No, it hasn't. Like, for the first 2 of the newer seasons 4 and 5, I believe it was a Peacock exclusive. And then it had so much, like, everyone was talking about it, how good it was. Bravo was like, oh, well, let's just bring it on Bravo. So, I don't know. The ratings have always been struggling because they put it after Beverly Hills. I thought that was a terrible idea because it's too much. It's too much Housewives back to back like that.
If we can handle Married to Medicine
It's a completely different show, though. It's not a housewife behind a housewife show. Like, I wouldn't want to watch.
We do it with OC and Salt Lake.
Well, I don't watch OC like that, and I need a break from watching an hour of Housewives going into a different housewife. I'm sorry, that's just for me.
I get it.
But yeah, I would just say that I'm just kind of surprised they don't really have a black audience, because the black audience kind of like pushes it over the edge a little bit. Like, I don't really see many people on my timeline talking about Miami, and they have 2 black cast members who weren't shoehorned in. So it's just really weird.
That is weird. That is interesting. But they were.
Well, I'm still going to review it, but just letting y'all know,
I'm
really good.
I started, and I'm looking forward to it. I feel like since Atlanta's about to go off with a whimper and a one-part reunion.
I doubt it. We can make a bet on that. I think it's not gonna be one part. Oh, someone asked, what do we think about the AC incident? And I definitely thought they were talking about Coke or something. They're not talking about air conditioning, even though Lisa came out and said it. Her man came out and said, like, no, we were actually. I'm like, I don't do Coke, but it just seemed like it was.
Like the whole. I'm really trying to figure out, because they always complain on these reality shows, like it's always so hot, and I'm like, is it hot because of the equipment? Like, are they leaving doors open?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like, they should have AC all throughout the house. And his friend is worried about, let's get some AC. I'm just like, what does that mean? Anyway, I also want to say I do rum and Coke. Anyway, do you have your see you sooner then? Well, I have mine already.
Okay, you go first.
I'll see you sooner than Porsha sees her worthless judgment.
And I'll see you sooner than Drew sees attention from the network.
All righty.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.